it gives you a really amazing opportunity to come as a lay person in terms of environmental knowledge, to meet with an expert and discuss ideas that can be from the specifics to the kind of enormous around ecology as a science, and then more broadly environmental ideas. And then secondly, I've been always in a way taking into account in all my work the amount of energy, lights, stuff, travel that happens because of my work. I can't say it's the driver, but it's always there. When I first graduated from my arts degree, my work was very site-specific, not using kind of lights or sound particularly, just arriving and doing small, delicate piece of work in certain places. And then it's more recently been in theatre spaces and more traditional setup, and that has its space and its use, and it's part of what I do. But this residency gave me the opportunity to go back and consider again the kind of work that could go alongside that and be part of my practice again, and I'm quite excited about that. I'd had a few kind of one-liner ideas I wanted to try, and one of them was to do with how we're unable to cope in our environment without the support of, you know, clothing and warmth, and our sort of our real vulnerability. I was interested in that. Next to that, I was interested in places that we migrate to and from as humans. So the beach is obviously somewhere we flock to in the summer and rely less on in the winter, and I've been considering kind of the way birds move and migrate.
Not so much for bad weather.
With the ecologist that I've been assigned to, Sean, he is a bird expert, so we've spent a fair amount of time viewing and watching and talking about the birds' migration patterns. So in a sort of rather sort of silly one-liner idea, I was putting that together in this little video work where I try to enjoy the beach in my summer gear, and I get very cold, and so put all the layers that I'm found myself needing and wearing as I sit in the environment in Findhorn. I want to put them all on and get into a borrowed bivvy bag. I'm always drawn to materials, so one of the first things I did when I got here was asked to go to the local waste busters tip, where I was looking for an old sun lounger, and luckily I found one immediately, and I've been taking that around with me and using it for some investigations as a material and an object, to gather kind of images and ideas. The way that I work with materials and objects is over time. I often get interested in something, I'm not entirely sure why, and work with it, and then those materials stay in works and kind of manifest themselves in different ways. And I've been working with a seal, a large black toy seal in one work. So then I come to Findhorn and I'm sitting on the beach viewing the seals, and I'm reminded about the seal again. And so again, a one-liner, I'm going to dress up as a seal and flop around in the water in a very homemade, cheap notion of a seal inquiry. You know, I do like to work with humour. I feel that you can say and take people along with you in so many ways if you work with humour, and humour is what gets me excited about my practice, and stepping a kind of line always between, you know, important things that you want to say or feelings that you want to investigate. I think I'm always walking that line, and it's the line that I'm interested in because it is that line of success and failure all the time, and it's about presence and performance. Findhorn being I guess it is quite special. You can see a lot of wildlife here that you you might be able to see in other places, I don't know, but I've seen so many different birds and animals since I've been here and just sat or gone on travels with Sean. And it's got a sort of great light. People talk about the sky and the light, and the beaches are big and they're empty, and so it is a particularly amazing place to start to sit and think about those things. And also this residency gives you that time. And to me, it was more important to be out in it than be in the studio for these 10 days that I'm here at the moment. I might come back and spend a bit more time with this experience to take into a studio space and consider ideas from that way. But I wanted to immerse myself in it, and I feel I've really done that, and I was allowed to do that, and that is a really special chance to have that. Most artists often are following such a particular brief that there's not a lot of thinking time, and it felt it was the point of this. It was kind of a vital part to think and reflect and listen to other people.